Hey guys, TGKS Productions. So for this Red Dead Online video, I'm going to be showcasing my first moments playing Red Dead Online, or what actually would be considered the Red Dead Online beta. So it's sort of, I guess, a playthrough, you could say. This is going to be a much longer video. It's going to be more on the length of a playthrough video that I would typically do on the channel. So, this is going to be a longer video, but it's definitely special for me because this game is 2 years old. Actually, today, technically yesterday, when you might be seeing this video, it's probably going to be early morning, November 28th, when I finally get this video out. But November 27th was the first day in 2018 that Red Dead Online players could play the beta. It's actually a little bit more specific than that, and I'm going to actually show you that here next. So what I mean by more specific is there was actually 4 different days that players could play Red Dead Online, and I'll put up on the screen here what I'm talking about. I'll even leave this is from a Rockstarnewswire article. I'll even leave the link to the Newswire article in the description. Essentially, you can see here, Tuesday, November 27th, all Red Dead Redemption 2 Ultimate Edition owners. Please note, players who purchase the physical Ultimate Edition must redeem the Ultimate Edition code in the packaging to be eligible. So essentially, all the players that purchase the Ultimate Edition of Red Dead Online would be able to, of Red Dead Redemption 2 would be able to play Red Dead Online, or the beta, on November 27th. For Wednesday, November 28th, all players who played Red Dead Redemption 2 on October 26th, according to our data. So October 26th was the day that Red Dead Redemption 2 released on PS4 and Xbox One. So if you played the first day, you'd be able to play Wednesday, November 28th, the Red Dead Online beta, and then Thursday, November 29th, all players who play Red Dead Redemption 2 between October 26th to October 29th, according to our data. So I guess the first couple of days, so those players were able to play November 29th, and then Friday, November 30th, all players own Red Dead Redemption 2. So pretty much by November 30th, it was open to all players at that point. So there were, over the course of 4 days, that players were sort of, I guess, getting into the Red Dead Online beta. I purchased the Ultimate Edition, so fortunately I was able to play it among the earlier players, or the earliest players that were able to access the Red Dead Online beta. So that's why I sort of wanted to release this video around this time. In 2018, I wasn't really, I had my YouTube, TGKS Productions was established. 2018 wasn't a year where I would say I was very consistent with YouTube, so I never really showcased this, but I saved all of the footage. I do save a lot of the footage from the updates in Red Dead Online as well as GTA Online, because very into those games. I sort of wanted to share this on the channel, considering that today, and sort of into early, I guess, morning, November 28th, when I'm releasing this is sort of the 2-year anniversary. Actually, when I'm releasing this, I want to say, start playing, even though I could play the 27th. I think it was actually early morning, November 28th, that I actually played, because I had school the 27th, and I had a lot of work to do that day, so I believe I did play very late at night, the 27th, or early morning, the 28th. Nonetheless, I wanted to sort of showcase these first moments of me going through the beta 2 years ago. So I'm going to try not to talk too much longer, because I know this intro is running fairly long, but I just want to sort of talk about some things regarding the beta. So what I'm going to be showcasing in this video is sort of just a tutorial, I guess you could say, of the beta, the first almost hour of gameplay in Red Dead Online. Sort of just getting you established. As you'll sort of see how your character is introduced in Red Dead Online, as well as the story, this Jessica Leclerc revenge story that was sort of established in the beta and it still hasn't even been finished to this point. It has had some updates to it over the past couple years, but the story is still yet to be finished at this point, and hopefully Rockstar will eventually finish that story. But you sort of get introduced to that, as well as sort of just the introduction overall into online. Or at this time, the Red Dead Online beta. The beta eventually ended on May 14th of 2019. But just sort of showcasing to the player what you can do in the Red Dead Online beta, and obviously eventually in just Red Dead Online itself when it would exit the beta. So just some other things to quickly note. If you end up watching through a good chunk of this, you might notice obviously some technical things that are different. For example, the way that you loot bodies that you'll see and that you may see in this video is very different from the way that bodies are looted now in Red Dead Online. So that's a technical change. Also, I will tell you that my character looks quite different than what he looks now. I never changed my character. Changing the character appearance was eventually added into Red Dead Online. I can't remember if exactly the beta or when it was officially Red Dead Online when they added the change appearance, but they did eventually add it into Red Dead Online. However, I never changed my character's appearance. So it's very interesting to see how he's changed a little bit. I don't know if that has something to do with sort of the weight factor, because I would say my character has gained some weight over time, but I'm not really sure if that has anything to do with it. I know I did create my character as young as you could possibly create him, which was 18 years old. I know in GT Online, my character, I was only able to create at 21. That was the youngest you create your GT Online character, and my GT Online character is like 9 years older than me. What's cool about my Red Dead Online character is my Red Dead Online character is actually about the same age as me, about maybe 6 months older. 6 months older, so that is really cool. Also, something else I figured I'd mention is when you get introduced to Jessica Leclerc, what's actually really cool is the cook at her camp is Marcel. And if you've invested in the Moonshiner role in Red Dead Online and you sort of set up that business or your Moonshine Shack, you know that the cook that sort of takes your mash material and the ingredients you give him, transforms it into the moonshine recipe that you can then sell is Marcel. And even when you're doing the setup mission for Marcel in the Moonshine Shack, he does sort of reference, at least I know for me when I was doing my setup mission, he referenced back to seeing you at Jessica Leclerc's camp. And I think that is really, really cool. Honestly, it's very hard to see him. You sort of get like a couple frames. You can see him at the camp with that when you get introduced to Jessica Leclerc. But I always thought that was really cool how Rockstar sort of made that connection. But there's not really too much else I will say. All in all, I just sort of wanted to showcase this on the channel. Like I said, I never got a chance to back in 2018. So I sort of just want to share my first moments playing Red Dead Online. So that's really the whole point of this video. I don't believe that the tutorial now is too much different than what it was, obviously in the beta period. I don't know how much has changed, obviously, other than maybe some technical things. But I think it is really cool to go back and see what it was like at least 2 years ago. But in any case, guys, I hope you enjoy this video, or rather playthrough. Hope you find it interesting. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Be sure to comment if you have any questions. Have a great day, guys.
Okay, let's get a photograph. Place your palms by your chest now for me. Hold it.
Jackson! Officer Jackson, move those prisoners! Officer Benton! Kitchens these staff! Officer Townsend, those rocks ain't gonna break themselves. What are you standing there for? Get moving! What are you looking at? Go on, get moving!
You with the hammer? And you'll do. We need to perform a work detail out in Rhodes. Come on, get in. Open the gate. Come on, Milliken. Yeah! I tell you what, old Jameson is a wretched, sour old bastard, and no mistake. You lot stay calm in there.
You aren't saying nothing.
Well, you are now. Shut up. You know, my wife has acquired ideas significantly above her station. She's been reading too many goddamn books. Personally, I'm against education. Of women, I mean. And men, I guess. Unnecessary. Doesn't add much to the world. Education. Good day, gentlemen. Oh. Don't do anything stupid. Nobody gets shot. Act like fools, and the pair of you will be dead within a minute. Now, what are your names?
Jenkins and Milliken.
Well, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, throw your guns to the ground and get on down here. That's it. Very glad to meet you. It's not worth being rash. You boys get paid a salary. You get that salary whether these people escape or not. Your wives presumably want you alive. Let them out. Now, please.
Okay.
You all run away. Aside from you. Try to stay out of trouble. This is a stroke of good fortune for all of you. Use it. Now, Mr. Jenkins and Mr. Milliken, be so kind as to quickly run away before somebody gets shot entirely unnecessarily. Go on, don't look back. Mr. Went, I believe it was $50 we agreed on.
It was.
Here's 50 each.
Each?
Yes. Now get out of here, both of you. My employer and I appreciate your professionalism.
All we did was stand there and look tough.
And you did it fantastically well. Good day, gentlemen. Now, sir, how about you pick up these guns and we move out? My mistress is waiting for us. Come along. Then you better get on this horse. It's not much of an animal, but they haven't got far to ride. Must be odd being out of those leg irons. Get on the horse when you're ready. Can we go now? Okay. Ready? Wonderful. I hope you'll forgive the secrecy. My employer particularly values discretion. My name is Mr. Horley, by the way. 6 months at Sisika Penitentiary. Awaiting a hanging for a murder you did not commit. Must have felt a whole lot longer, my friend. You still seem strong, though. I mean, doesn't look like breaking all those rocks has left you entirely broken, in body or in spirit. I hope I am right about that. Rounding you folks up, and those sham trials, they were a disgrace. Made a mockery of the rule of law. Still can't quite believe they got away with it. There's others convicted when you were. Came out breathing fire. Maybe you're like that too. Guess we'll see. You're just up here. There's the camp. Hit your horse. I'll wait. This way. She's anxious to meet you. Madam, we're back.
Hello. Jessica Leclerc, how do you do? What did you tell him?
Nothing, as we discussed.
Thank you, Horley. I do hope we haven't inconvenienced you dreadfully. But seeing as you were due to be hanged in a week, I'm sure you don't object too strongly. I know you're innocent. Well, not perhaps exactly innocent, but not guilty of what you were accused. I know you and those who were with you that died were little more than patsies, and that you were set up by one of 3 men or a woman, possibly by all of them. I can't be sure, but that is all I know so far.
And one of these people also made Mrs. Leclerc a widow.
And I will avenge my husband's death, so help me God. But I will not avenge it upon them who did not cause it, or caused it unwittingly. Anyway, I'm sure this is all a touch confusing and melodramatic. Where are my manners? Horley, please show our guests to their tent and give them some fresh clothes to put on.
Very good, madam.
Then serve us both a little refreshment.
Certainly, madam. This way. You'll find a change of clothes in there. Alongside a few other items you might need, a lasso, a knife, and a lantern, I believe.
That looks more comfortable. Hawley,
Here, madam.
you're very good health. I suppose it beats dying,
Mrs. Leclerc's husband was murdered by one of his business partners.
And I intend to find out which one. Or rather, I intend for you to find out. And kill them. You're the only person I could possibly trust to do whatever it takes. Because you and your accomplices, you're the only other victims of their lies still alive. You see, you walked into the town at approximately the same time my husband was shot in the back, but by another gun, firing different bullets to those you possessed when you were arrested. These bullets, this was their mistake. You were rounded up and sentenced to death, all because you came to town and didn't talk too much and seemed like you were nasty. Anyway, here they are. The people who run Blackwater. Mr. Jeremiah Shaw, banker, real estate speculator, and crook. Mr. Amos Lansing, ranch owner, speculator, and crook. Mrs. Grace Lansing, his wife, society patroness, lover of the arts, crook, and my former best friend. Teddy Brown, her disgraced brother, outlaw, wanted man, and still in contact with them. All I ask of you is your help in finding out quite what happened.
Mrs. Leclerc would like to help you get back on your feet. Get back to work.
Whatever your work may be, I don't judge. You want to rob? Rob. You want to save innocent folk? Do that as well. But you need me just as much as I need you. I think we all understand each other.
I hope we do.
Good. I look forward to rewarding you for killing those who made me a widow. My husband was a true believer in this country and in the West. He was killed for greed. Foul greed when there's quite enough for everybody. I don't care what your scruples are as to killing. I will take the full burden of that sin upon my shoulders. Goodbye, for now. Then Hawley, go introduce him to nice Mr. Cripps.
I think you'll like Cripps well enough. He's long past his prime, of course, but he hasn't gone entirely crazy just yet. And he will help you, better than most of his ilk. Cripps! Get up!
Hello, partner. Harley.
This is your new boss.
Oh, pleased to meet you, partner. J.B. Cripps at your service.
We'll pay to get your camp established. Mrs. Leclerc is a generous benefactor.
And, where are we headed?
Oh, sir. While Cripps is establishing your camp, perhaps you can go to the station and see the clerk, then head to see Clay Davies. He's a horse thief, and not a terribly nice one. Then meet Cripps back at your camp.
See you shortly, boss.
Good luck. Get on to the station. It's not too far.
Hello. You must be Harley's friend. He's one of us. He said you also were a discouraged man. I'm very discouraged. Disappointed Alden, that's me. Anyway, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. I find your reticence charming. Real charming. By the way, I heard you might want to earn a little money. Well, some gentlemen have been robbing our stages, and they are not part of the club, if you catch my meaning. If you can make them go away, I'm sure they will have something of interest to you. They're up at Blue Water Marsh. See what you can do, okay? Here, by the way, a catalog. The latest issue. Just came into this armpit from a land more civilized. And if all works out, well, my colleagues and I move around these stations as needed. And all of us are very discouraged. We will all help a fellow sufferer with pertinent information. Good afternoon, sir.
You're gonna leave here.
You're gonna all the others. I'll put your mama in the same damn hole, cocksucker. Dead man walking you off. It's a suspect Okay. Okay. You're good. You're real good, friend. Here. Take this. It's a map. Just be kind.
should I be nice?
I win again. Did Horley send you, Pop? I'm Clay Davies. This is my brother, Clive. He don't talk. Maybe you two will get along better. Maybe not. Listen, I heard you wanted to earn some money. So, there's a gang of ne'er-do-wells. They are a bunch of degenerates, not good people. They're out in roads with a bunch of horses they stole off of me. Well, that's a lie, but they stole them off a fella I was gonna steal them off of. Maybe you could get them for me. You think you could do that for me, Pop? Oh, look. Here are your friends. Well, good. Meet me at the stable at Saint Denis once you have the horse flesh, and I'll pay you good. Oh, and Pop, Horley wanted me to remind you, any decent work you can find, take it. But just try to stay out of trouble. Oh, and once you give me those horses, well, after that, we'll talk again. Oh, I do so enjoy these conversations. I'm used to them on account of my brother. Let's go, Clive. well, well. Horley was right about you, dead right. Ain't that dandy? Get that horse hidden away, Clive, and ready to move out as soon as we can. All right. Here's the money you earned. Now listen, Horley came by and gave me a message. He said to go see your friend Cripps up at your camp. Now listen to me for a second. Any other decent horses you find, we'll buy them. Just as soon as we are set up, okay? Nice meeting you. You know what? Hold on, boy. I call him boy because I'm older. 30 minutes, he went black. Let's give our friend here back the horse. It's yours. A sign of faith and future business. If you want to buy any extras or sundries for the animal, head inside. They've got a lot available. Soon. Come on, Clive.
Morning.
Morning.
How do you get on with Clay Davies? Horrible little wretch, in my opinion. Pop this and pop that. I'd like to pop him, a slime bucket. Anyway, I've got everything set up. Well, what we have so far, place is pretty nice. I think you did a good job for you. I'll earn my keep. When you get too old to fight, what choice have you got? It's either work or beg, and I'd rather work. Oh, I saw Horley. Now, he wants you to come down and meet him in Blackwater when you get a chance. I think he might have some work for you. Oh, and while you're out on your travels, you may see some folk with employment opportunities. Good folk, bad folk, looking for a tough guy with a gun to help them. Up to you if you listen to them, I guess. You know, I used to like that kind of stuff. One time, I almost helped a clown steal an elephant. But that's a very silly story. Welcome home. Make yourself at home. It is your home.
Alright guys, so that pretty much concludes the tutorial for the Red Dead Online beta, and I would say even Red Dead Online now if you were to start playing after creating your character. But once again, guys, appreciate everyone who tuned in. Hope you enjoyed the video or playthrough. Hope you found it interesting. Once again, this is sort of celebrate the 2-year anniversary of Red Dead Online and sort of including the beta as well in there. But once again, guys, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Be sure to comment if you have any questions, and have a great day.